right, we are live now.
Hello, Brian.
Hey, Rowdy. How are you guys?
It's good. Great.
This is awesome. We're doing our first Wolf Among Us live stream. This is awesome. So thank you guys for doing this tonight with me.
No
No
problem.
problem. I have a question though. How are we going to discuss it since it's not like the Walking Dead ones? Because Wolf Among Us, it's a choice-based game. So are we just going to go off what like Dan did in his playthrough, or
We can also go through my playthrough. So like we basically kind of
yeah?
say what we did and why we did it, I suppose. And also, obviously, we are not going to mention anything that happens in episode 2 to afterwards because
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I'd like to go into episode 2 through 5, with no spoilers or anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Kenneth.
I hope. Sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
it's just Kenneth asked if we played the Game of Thrones Telltale. I did,
No.
and I regret it.
I'm going to take Brian's word for it and just not play it.
It's better than season 8. I'll give it that. But it's on the
from what
lower
I've
side
heard,
for me
it's
when
like apparently the worst thing from the franchise.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah, Epic.
I wouldn't say that.
is The Wolf Among Us the best Telltale
Just
game
Kenneth
out there?
asked if
Walking Dead for me still.
oh, I'm sorry.
Second, that's a.
Sorry, Epic. Did you ask? I had trouble hearing you for a
Is The Wolf
second.
Among Us the best Telltale game in Telltale's market?
I think it is one of the best. So out of the dozen games that they've done, like it is up there with The Walking Dead season 1 and 4. Like literally, this season it's better than season 2 and 3 in my personal opinion.
Oh, for sure. I mean, season 3 of Walking Dead was terrible, so.
Yeah, but
That
season
was a
2.
disaster.
Yeah, but season 2 was
Yeah,
still really
well-
good, and I think this is still better.
Like, if I had to choose like my top 5 Telltale games, Walking Dead season 1, Walking Dead season 4, Wolf Among Us, Tales from the Borderlands, and Batman season 1.
For me, it's going to be Walking Dead season 4. I just love that season so much.
I loved it too. It's definitely my second favorite. It's just that I like the nostalgia of the first game more.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like season 4 related to Lee a lot too.
okay.
Yeah, it definitely did. Okay, sorry, Brian, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, we can keep talking about that, but I was figuring what we're gonna do is. So I do want to try and stay on topic mostly, but like
Yeah.
we can mention some things. Like I mentioned the Dan at least twice already. That like I'm like, man, can you imagine like Big B and Negan, like the two, like I feel like they would get along
God.
somewhat. Like Negan would like his jokes and stuff, or at least like he would look at what Big B can do and be like, "Holy crap! Like I would not mess with you. Like you tore a guy's arm off, just like stuff like that." I just feel like
Yeah.
that would have been amazing.
You'd be like,
Well, I
Rick,
don't
like move aside.
think-
Big B is in town.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll go off topic too much because it's not like the Walking Dead ones where like because when we mention something, it usually like ends up going on like a we just go on like a whole like talk about a certain thing, and it goes on for a while. But
Guys.
Wolf Among Us,
yeah,
especially
Yeah,
since we won't be discussing the rest.
Is Bigby the best Telltale Games character out there?
he's up there.
He's up there.
It's
He's up
too
there.
early for me to tell just from one episode, but he's definitely awesome.
Yeah, I would say he's
Yeah.
up there with Lee and Clementine as far as video game
Yeah.
protagonists, like Telltale protagonists. Like he's really up there. Like especially after the first season, because it's very interesting how you play him. It's either you can be, kind of like good cop or bad cop or somewhere in between. So like you can either show people that you're not violent, or you can prove that 100% you are dangerous, or you could be somewhere in between, which is where I try to be.
It's
It's very
similar
similar
to
to
Batman games a bit actually.
It's very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, where you get
Oh,
to
definitely.
choose what Arthur can become, being good, bad, and by the end you get a good or bad ending.
Yeah, I like the whole honor. The honor system was something that was really cool. But I think like it's fun to talk about this stuff and we can do it after the episode, but I think we should just get to the episode now.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have the beginning where Big B is in the taxi, and we have the moment where he enters. I'll admit, the first time I saw this, I'm like, whoa, what is this? So we meet Toad, and I like literally I was not expecting this. Like, because after The Walking Dead, Telltale was doing this. I'm like, I decided to check it out. I'm like, okay, what is this? It's from Telltale. They made The Walking Dead season 1. I love season 1, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give Telltale a try here. See what else they did. And it's like when I saw this, I'm just like, whoa, I was not expecting this. I mean, we get a talking pig, a talking toad, a monkey. I mean, it's like it is weird. It is weird.
It threw me off.
It does throw me off a little bit, but it's not like 100% like it doesn't take you out of the experience exactly because this is kind of the world it's set, but also they do it in a not too bad way, I would say.
The thing that threw me off is that like when I saw Toad, I'm like, okay, so like this is like it's obviously something a little different. But then the thing that like threw me off more is when you just see like the pig and then like Bigby just gives him a cigarette. I'm like, okay, what on earth kind of game am I watching? Like, honestly.
Yeah, because it's like it's the glamour, right?
Yeah,
I know like the. But if you think about it, this is probably the most original concept Telltale has done for a game because most of their games usually go off of something. And I know this is like Fables, but
yeah, we don't want to talk about the comics. We don't want to talk
That's
about
what
the
I
comics.
said, but
I haven't read the
Fables are
comics.
technically
I just
not
know what it
original,
is.
though.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah, Epic.
how do you feel about Buxton as a character?
Pretty good, I would say. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, and then we get this universe's Gregory Crane.
Oh my god, yes.
He has such
I had to say that because I'm like, dude, this guy is so Gregory. He doesn't want to get involved in anything of like danger or anything. Just wants to protect himself,
exactly, and like it's like if they gave you the option to like punch him like in episode 1, like kind of like how Mackie did back in season 7, it's like, oh man, like I just know that people would just love that, I suppose. And it's kind of
just like
and it's kind of funny because like Crane is technically Bigby's boss, but it's like, yeah, no one's Bigby's boss technically.
Bigby just punches Crane. He's just like, you're gonna call me by my real name, Bigby Wolf.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
did you know that the actress for Snow White is the same actress who played Molly in The Walking Dead?
And
Bonnie.
too.
And Bonnie, yeah.
And
I actually didn't know that.
That actress, she's in a lot of Telltale games. She plays in a lot of them. She's in Tales from the Borderlands. She's in Game of Thrones.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Her
cool.
name is Erin Yvette.
Yeah, she's loyal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
definitely.
good job.
And Clementine's voice actress voiced Beauty and TJ.
Yeah, TJ and Beauty.
I knew that voice sounded familiar.
Yeah, I was about to bring it up. I wanted to bring it up, but I didn't know if TJ. I forgot if TJ showed up in episode 1 or not. I didn't want to spoil it.
Oh no,
That's the one thing you notice about Telltale. They like to reuse the same actors in their games.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is fine.
This was their second game, just right after The Walking Dead season 1. It was like literally their pretty much second game. So, I mean, it's understandable.
They had like Back to the Future and Jurassic Park, but those two games were disastrous.
They were.
I played Jurassic Park. It's hilariously bad.
It is.
All right, so we have the part where Bigby's talking to Toad about how he needs to get a glamour, otherwise he'll go to the farm, because that's kind of like one of the biggest rules in Fabletown. Because if you guys don't know this, like humans like us, we cannot see fables like Toad, like Bigby, wolfing out like in the thumbnail. We cannot see that in their world. It would cause serious problems, so that's why they use glamours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I'm guessing this game is based in New York City.
Yeah, it's in New York.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the environment in this though, like visually, looks great. That's the one thing that kind of pulled me in at first.
Same for the coloring. It really feels like a comic.
It does. It really does. Especially like the way the way it's done, the way it looks, it's very like comic book esque.
The graphics
Yeah, I love
in this
it.
game are better than The Walking Dead season 2, which I was surprised about.
I think it's definitely better than season 2.
And it's also crazy. The graphics in this are still better than the Game of Thrones game that came out a couple years later. Because this was made to be a comic book game. So the Walking Dead games as well, Tales from the Borderlands. But when Telltale did Game of Thrones, like in the TV show universe when they did a game in that, it's like the characters look so bad because Telltale's great at making comic book style worlds and characters, but making them look live action.
Comic
Yeah,
I know this
Telltale
game
should
has
stick
very
to it.
comic booky graphics, but me personally, the final season of Walking Dead looks way more comic booky.
Yeah,
That mean
I
I
when I
agree,
was
but
playing
that's.
it,
Yeah, that
Go ahead, Ken.
when I was playing it yesterday, I kind of like had said like the graphics are extremely good, and it kind of reminded me of season 4 a little bit. Well, of course, they weren't as good, but it kind of reminded me of because both of those games had really good graphics.
I think the quality and the graphics in the fourth season of Walking Dead is kind of, I don't know. I feel like I just prefer it a bit more, but this, I mean, this still visually looks great.
Like me personally, the graphics in the final season of Walking Dead are kind of gritty. They're kind of realistic and comic booky at the same time.
You know,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, I think all of us that get into zombie apocalypse type stories, like, we all are used to seeing the blood and the gore and all that stuff. But like season
Yeah.
4 of the Telltale game, man, even like just when they killed zombies, like how gory it was awesome.
Season 3 looked like crap though. It did
Oh, it
really
did.
like I did
It
not
was.
Season
But
like
3, I don't know how season 3 looks so weird. Like all the characters, just like Kenny, Jane, Clementine, they look so weird.
it was so insulting the way they treated the endings of season 2. It was just offensive the way
and
they
like
treated
was.
I
that.
mean,
they
it's
just
hard.
kind of
It's
have
kind of
like
hard
this,
to do that.
like it's
I
kind of odd
know,
because
but
like because like season 3 it just looked really bad. Like a lot of things look bad, especially like the walker kills and stuff. But the gore was really noticeable in season 4 because like they just, I don't know, just they made it look way better than season 3 did.
Hey
well, the
Dan,
one thing I
Yeah, Greg?
find is that
one thing I hated about season 3 is how they kept messing around with Jane's character model.
Oh, I know, that was really annoying,
oh
honestly.
dear God,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Um,
want to erase that from my brain, and I
anyway,
find
yeah,
that I think you know how the graphics they had for like season 4. I'm pretty sure them doing that is part of the reason Telltale went bankrupt.
it's
Yeah,
possible.
I watched the video. I watched the video of somebody playing season 4, and they were literally saying that like the
I think
graphics are so
Brian's trying
good,
to
that's
talk.
probably what they went at.
People say that the Batman, the enemy. People say the Batman season 2 Enemy Within is the main reason why they went bankrupt.
I
um,
mean, that was a really good game still, though. Both the Batman games were amazing in my opinion.
Well,
Have you
yeah,
guys
um,
ever played Minecraft Story
so
Mode?
terribly.
yeah. I just want to get back to the episode.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's. I don't even think we started it.
we
I think
started
we got
just
No,
a
like a
tiny
minute
we
bit.
in.
did. We're a little ways in.
So
Okay,
yeah.
let's keep going.
Big B goes upstairs, and okay, this is one of the best traits with Big B. Okay, so immediately when you go up the stairs, you hear the shouting in the room, and you get to kick the door open. Like that is one of the best things with Big B. Like it's not like with other characters in Telltale games. Like you get to kick the door down. Like that's his style. Like he made it
Heck
iconic,
yeah.
and. We get the part where the woodsman he hits Fate, and obviously Bigby steps in because he's such a nice guy and doesn't tolerate that kind of stuff. And
No.
oh
Oh,
man,
and also, speaking of the Woodsman, I don't know why he looks like Kratos from God of War.
Yeah, you're kind of right about that. Actually, he does kind of look like him.
yeah. So we have the part where he's not listening. Bigby's telling him to cut it out, and we get the fight. And honestly, what did you guys think of this fight scenes? Because like this was not only one of the best fight scenes I think that Telltale does, but like it's so much more grittier than like Walking Dead fights. Because like literally, I take I take the woodsman and like bash him against the sink. Like it's just so
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it gives you more variety, and like it's not just like spamming Q. Like in The Walking Dead, it was for most of the time.
Well, like when you go back to like afterwards, like after the fight way later in the episode, like I like how Bigby's just like, man, like what kind of fight was this? Like the sink is all messed up and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I just really think this game was well done though. Like I don't know why Telltale's game just kind of degraded over the years, in the exception to the final season.
because they got greedy, man.
Yeah,
They got
they got graded by the money,
They
I
were
think.
planning on They were
They were
planning to
just
make a Stranger Things game, and yeah, they
yeah.
got greedy.
Yeah, Telltale kind of became like HBO, just stopped caring, became greedy, didn't care about the
What
fans.
Well, I think it's because in their
Telltale,
eyes they were like, "This is gonna sell regardless, so let's just half-ass it and then release it." Because in
Like
their eyes they're
survival
so
instinct.
Oh, they didn't
oh
do
oh my,
they didn't do that,
don't
but
even
yeah,
remind me of that game.
yeah, that was
Overkill's The
bad.
Walking. Okay,
I
What,
actually
actually,
bought
no, we'll
that
talk about
game
it
a
later. I was
long
gonna
time
say,
ago.
something about Overkill's The Walking Dead, but
yeah, when you give fans a low quality game, you're gonna pay the consequences as a company. It's just that's how it happens. They
yeah,
were doing they were giving like four terrible games at once in like 1 or 2 years, and we just wanted one good game, like for
I
fun.
mean, like, if you're gonna do like seasons like season 3 of The Walking Dead, like honestly, expect to get hate. And to be honest, if they're gonna be that bad at games, they kind of deserve, to be honest, to get hate on. If you ask me.
Yeah,
yeah. I think
exactly.
the worst,
Because they
the
were
worst games from Telltale.
terrible games,
Sorry, go ahead.
it kind of backfired on them and they went bankrupt.
Yeah, I think the worst Telltale games were Minecraft Story Mode, both season 1 and 2. Though probably the worst actually. Game of
Oh,
Not the
Thrones,
Minecraft.
worst,
Walking
but
Dead
they
season
didn't
3, and
do
Walking Dead Michonne. But
Oh, the
but
Michonne one
season.
was
Minecraft
so
Story Mode is
bad.
on a whole other level of bad.
Minecraft
Minecraft
Story Mode got
was
like it
bad.
was extremely like well it got I mean I don't it was definitely the worst one for me, but I think
It
it
was
got
just
a lot
offensive
of
how bad it
love.
was.
It was
Yeah.
I think it the game did the first season did well, but the only reason why is because it's Minecraft
Okay,
and
Minecraft story
Yeah,
mode just do bad. It was boring as hell.
yeah. And
okay,
it's so
one thing that's kind of
predictable.
funny, I find, is that they kind of took the combat from Minecraft Story Mode and put it in the Telltale Season 4 Walking Dead. If you think about it, it's
Because some of the
similar.
stuff that have in there don't even make sense, which I get. Like the Wither Storm makes no sense, but I get it kind of did. Season two was terrible. At least season one was a little bit likable. Season two was horrible.
Hey Brian,
yeah.
how many seasons do you see them getting out of The Wolf Among Us?
I mean, honestly,
I
it really
mean,
depends. I just want a season two, but they could do a
it's
season.
happening, but
Yeah, I mean, but it's taking forever, honestly. And
yeah, it's
Like
been like
I saw.
I don't know much about it because I'm just getting into the game, and you guys don't have to say like too much like spoiler wise. But like, do you guys know any like kind of details on when the second one's coming out?
it
No,
was
I
supposed.
either
think
They
because I
announced it
actually not
2022.
playing it.
well, they announced it in 2017, but then as they were starting it, Telltale shut down, and then they were able to get some help from
Well,
Skybound to finish Walking Dead.
Telltale Games is back
So
and
it's
they're
kind of
gonna
like
Like
up
start
in the air right
back.
now.
yeah,
Well,
and
Telltale
apparently it's gonna
confirmed it.
be like Detroit Become Human. It's not gonna be like episodic. It's just gonna be like one long game where you make choices, like Until Dawn,
That's what I've
which is
always
Kind of
wanted
yeah, kind of like
Telltale
The
to
Last of
do.
Us or something.
But
yeah, which is fun.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
personally
I
hoping with
haven't.
Among Us season 2 doesn't turn into another Dead Island 2
I was.
because Dead
Oh,
Island 2
hopefully not.
I
freaking
what?
gone off the face of the
Uh,
earth.
yeah, hey
I
guys.
Yeah,
never played. I never played
I
Wolf
like how
Among
we're
Us
talking about a
until
bunch of
yesterday.
random
Oh,
games
yeah.
now.
Let's get back to the
I haven't.
episode.
Okay, thanks. So okay, so yeah, Bigby and the Woodsman are fighting, and we get the
I'll be right
part.
back.
All right, man, no worries. Okay, so we get the part where Bigby and the Woodsman are still fighting. He pulls the axe. Okay, so Bigby literally has to hit him in the face with his own axe, to knock him out. And we get Bigby trying to talk to Faith, and she's not really giving a whole lot of information. But then the Woodsman is he's talking, he's insulting Faith and stuff as well as Bigby, and like it's funny. I did the part where when he was talking, I'm like, say that word again. And when the Woodsman said that bad word again, Bigby literally kicks him in the face. Like I don't know,
I
it's just
know.
so funny. It's like Bigby does not care. It's just I don't know. That's what makes him really awesome. And
Hey, Dan, Brian,
Yeah.
how do you guys feel about Woodsman?
well,
Oh, I think he played a good villain to start.
hey Matt,
Hey, what's up, guys?
we're
Hey,
talking
Matt.
about
Hey
the
Matt.
Wolf Among Us season 1, episode 1 game. Have you ever
Yeah,
played
What's
it?
the
yeah.
Wolf Among Us?
You never played Wolf Among Us?
I've never even heard of it.
Really?
It's Telltale's second best game.
Yeah. It's definitely it's up there as one of my favorites automatically. I'll say that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it only gets better too, Dan, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I'm very curious to check out the rest.
I said in the chat earlier that I played Wolf Among Us episode 1 quite a long time ago, but I was more into the Walking Dead game.
It's kind of too early for me to judge it, but like, yeah, definitely Walking Dead has had. But I mean, I've only played one episode, but like, at least out of the two like first episodes, yeah, Walking Dead probably still a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But I find that overall it's still a great game.
So Matt and Kate, I saw that he joined. You guys haven't played. Okay, so if you guys haven't played The Wolf Among Us, I mean, I personally don't want to, spoil or tell you guys what happens in the story, the first episode. But like, I don't know. Do you guys want to give it a chance or?
I might.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Okay.
Well,
so
do you want to go in blind?
Yeah. Do you want to go in blind and be totally surprised by the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we'll be discussing the whole first
Oh,
episode.
you guys like talking spoilers and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
We kind of have
yeah,
to.
100%. Like,
There's no
only
way
for the
around
first
it.
episode, but yeah, sorry, there's no way to discuss it really besides that. So if you want to
guys are
stay,
done
you
discussing-
can.
When you guys are done discussing the episode, if you're still gonna stream, I can come back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, just send me a message when you're done talking about the episode.
Yeah, one of us will ping you after we finish.
Awesome. All right. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, bro.
See you, man.
Hey Dan, Brian.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the twist at the end of the episode revolving Faith and what happens to her? Did you see that happening?
Wait, at the end of the episode?
Yeah, like the death at the end. I I'll just say this briefly. I was like, because I went into it a lot in my review, but like when it was happening, when you see the police there, I'm just like, oh, they're not gonna do it. Like I was immediately just like that was the thought that was in my head. I'm like, please don't tell me they're gonna end it like that. So it was in my head, and then by the end of it, I didn't even believe it all the way up until I saw it. And then when it happened, I'm like, okay, I did not think they had the guts to do that, but they did. So it got me. I'll say that.
Yeah, I thought it was
Hey,
gonna.
Dan.
I
Be
thought it was gonna
grateful,
be Beauty.
man, because sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say I thought it was gonna be Beauty because they showed Beast outside.
Me too.
And,
I kind of rather it be, to be honest, because like I mean it wouldn't have as much of an impact, but at the same time, like I don't know, I really wanted to see Snow's character go on because she was my second favorite.
Yeah.
Also, how do you guys feel about Snow White as a character?
Great.
well,
I love
like
that character.
like Dan said, he wishes that Snow got to continue on in the story. And by the way, Dan, I think Rowdy was going to mention this. Yeah, we had to wait like 3-ish months after that cliffhanger.
Yeah, so
to
be
get
grateful.
episodes.
You could just play after. Because this is back
Oh,
when
wow.
Telltale episodes took forever to release, not like a month like we would have before.
Oh,
But
wow,
yeah,
that's,
like,
that's kind of painful.
So be grateful. You can just play after this, you know?
I was gonna say I'm probably gonna end up playing it like tomorrow night is the plan. So
That's awesome, man. Okay, so where did we leave off of? Oh yeah, so the part where the woodsman is not shutting up, and Bigby literally runs at him, and they go through the window. It's like no,
Rick
they
and
don't.
Pete style.
Yeah, no. Rick and Pete do it on from the living room to the porch. Like that's it, or like the front. The ground or whatever. They do it from a second, third story. Like they beat Rick. They beat Rick in that. Like, oh my gosh. And then even Bigby lands on the car and just, oh man, it's a mess. And just
Man, I
Yeah,
can
it really
imagine how
is.
much that hurt though, man. That'd be terrible.
And also, a poor Toad. His car got destroyed.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
poor Toad.
yeah.
Hey, fun fact about a Beast. Doesn't he sound a bit familiar to you, Dan?
Who?
Beast. I think I'm thinking of the right character, but he's played by Kenny's actor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I was gonna say because like there's some voices in this that I'm like I felt like it was just in my head. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm probably just so used to the Walking Dead Telltale game because I played that recently. But I'm like, no, that's not in my head. I know these voices, you know.
I think there's a few more actors, but I won't like say for which characters because I don't think you've met them yet.
No, but yeah, that's pretty cool that they're doing that.
So
Yeah, I mean, it helps. Go ahead, Brian.
so we have the part where the woodsman attacks Bigby. He's choking him out, and if you think about it, when Faith took the woodsman's axe and hit him in the back with it, she kind of saved him, because as we see later in the episode, if Bigby fought the woodsman and wolfed out like this, like, oh man, he would have destroyed him. So I'm just saying, like, she indirectly saves him, but like she was saving Bigby. You know what I mean? Like, obviously in that scene, because like Bigby would have like lost it on the woodsman.
Because he's about
Definitely.
to do the wolf.
Yeah, you don't want to make him. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Like it's that kind of thing. And
It's basically like, Big Wee Wolf. I'd say him and Lee are both like people you don't want to mess with,
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Except one has supernatural powers, so there's a
Yeah, and the
difference.
other
He's got
just
a bit of an advantage there.
the other just has a freaking meat cleaver.
That's true, but yes, the mighty meat cleaver. Still, it was pretty
That
mighty.
final scene, oh my god! Like that scene when he's walking through the horde, one of my favorite moments still from a Telltale game.
Yeah, it was amazing.
My only problem. That's my only problem with The Walking Dead. Lee, he was killed off way too soon.
Yeah, that's true. I do like. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but it's kind of the same thing for me as Shane. I kind of feel like it's necessary, kind of, for like the way the story goes afterwards. Like, I would like to see him go on longer, but the way the story evolves, in the end, I don't mind it as much, to be honest.
In its defense, Dan, I don't think when they were making season 1, I don't think they intended for there to be a season 2. I think they just saw like how much like praise the first season got, so they were like, let's do season 2.
Well, that's true, because like even with the main show too, they were like, more than season 1. That's funny,
Okay.
Yeah.
Like me personally, Lee should have lived to season 2 and then died in season 2 or something.
He could have, but I feel like it's kind of cool how they do it to where the first season is like kind of almost like kind of a backstory almost for Clem, and then season 2 like her solo journey starts.
Well, I find it's like it's a great his death. Like it was really sad, but I think it was really like one of the most defining moments for Clementine's character, and it made her the badass person she is today. Because sadly, I think if Lee was still alive, I don't think she would have made it. Because she wouldn't have had that death to harden her, and make her as brutal.
Yeah, and then, like, but when you come back for season 2, like she's a very different character as you kind of go more into that season. So
yeah, she's actually cold.
Yeah.
Okay, so back
about
to
it. If you think about it, after Lee died, Kenny and Clementine, their personalities changed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just want to get back to the episode. So,
no problem.
Yeah, so we have the part in the episode. The woodsman is somehow still alive with an axe in his head, weirdly enough, and we have a big.
Nothing kills this dude.
Yeah. We have Bigby and the girl talking. We found out later her name is Faith, and yeah, I thought she was Red Riding Hood the first time I played this game and I saw her. Like, I really thought that was her because I never heard of Faith as a fairy tale character. I never heard that, so yeah, I thought that would have been cool if it was Red Riding Hood, but I mean, it's still. But yeah, we have the part where they're talking and. I did like this interaction between them, even though obviously Faith doesn't, last long, because obviously, like, if you guys don't know, obviously, Bigby's not very much of a, I guess, people person. People don't really talk to him often, like casual conversations. Like, it doesn't really happen a lot.
Why everybody in that town hates Bigby so much?
Well, so
I
unfortunately,
think it's more of a like fear thing, to be honest.
It kind of is that too. So it's like so he's the sheriff and the Fabletown. So he's part of the Fabletown government, but unfortunately, because of Crane, it's very terrible. Like it's not it's corrupt, because Snow even says later in the episode how they make all the time for Bluebeard, who's a character we will see at some point, and but like other ones who wait in line, well, she has to turn them away because she has orders from Crane that they're going to waste his time or that kind of stuff. So it's just politics, man. It's and that happens in our world too.
And
We should
Yeah.
all like
no,
mutually agree to call Crane Gregory from now on.
this isn't a spoiler, is it?
Wait, what?
Bluebeard
Well, you.
revealing his voice actor. It's not a spoiler, is it?
What do you think, Rowdy?
I mean, I'd say like don't risk it just in case. But
Okay, yeah.
I'd say don't risk it, man.
Yeah, I'll
Just in
just
case,
say.
because I do want Dan to get the full experience. You know.
I don't
Okay.
even know what you guys are talking about yet.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Bluebeard's he's gonna be a character that comes later in the season, and you might like you will I'll just say you'll recognize some other voice actors that we've heard. You know what I mean? So like other Telltale games, you'll probably recognize him and some other characters,
Yeah.
their voices. So yeah, and okay, so we have the part where Fate has to go. You know, the Woodsman doesn't have any money, so we have the part where Bigby can give her some money, and I chose to do that. I know Dan did as well, and
Yep.
yeah. So we have the part with them talking, and we still don't even get her name or much information, but she says this interesting thing. Like she wears a ribbon and she's like, you know, my lips are sealed. That was interesting. Like, Dan, did you catch anything with that? Like why this girl's being like very cryptic and like how she says like my lips are sealed, like, you know what I mean? Like, did that?
Yeah, it felt odd. I'll definitely say that much.
You know. Okay, so yeah, we have the part where she has so the woodsman somehow leaves. I guess he left during the conversation.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's true. He has an axe on his head. So imagine him just walking. Imagine him just like, I don't know if it was left there. I kind of forgot if that was clear in the episode, but like, imagine him just walking in New York, axe in the back of his head.
People will be like, what did that dude go through today?
Yeah.
And I thought I had a bad day.
No, just flashback. This is actually like a regular occurrence, so like they're not even phased. This just happens every night, and we just think it's the first time.
Brian.
Yeah, Epic?
I know it's so off topic, but the voice actress for Clementine, Melissa Hutchison, she also played a Bianca in Spyro 3.
I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Really?
Me neither.
I mean, she's a pretty like. I think Melissa
Popular.
Hutchinson probably became really popular after Clementine, so it would make sense that other studios would want her voice, you know.
I mean, rightfully
Yeah,
so, though. She's
Clementine
awesome.
is like her most like iconic role.
Exactly. Let's see. Did someone
Yeah.
join? Oh yeah, okay. Kenneth's back. So we have
Yeah,
the part.
like,
So we have the part
go
where
ahead.
Faith has to leave, but she's like, you know, I just want to tell you something. And we have the part where she whispers in Bigby's ear, you know, you're not as bad as everyone says, and then she gives him the kiss on the cheek, which I guess even Bigby was like kind of surprised about. It's like, okay. And then like I remember people playing this and being like, is this going to be a thing that happens? And it's like, oh no, it doesn't. You know,
Yo,
'cause-
if I'm correct,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure
hey,
if this
he
is.
went through like a window for her. I mean, the least the least that he could have, I guess, is one kiss.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a simp move, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but isn't Faith played by the person who played Carly?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure the
I
voice
I
read
don't
actor.
that
remember.
somewhere, but I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
So we have first off we have the awesome intro. I gotta admit, like that song
Oh, I love it.
and the part where Bigby's just
Oh,
walking
it
into
is.
town. It's amazing. Like the colors, the neon style. It's just it's really good.
That's what I
Um,
love about it. The neon. It's just a really unique color palette for a Telltale game, and something like we basically didn't see since Wolf Among Us.
Oh, you guys,
You know, like
Yeah,
I
the-
hate
the
those
color
like games
palette-
where it's like you just have like these like really good like opening scenes, and then you see the intro for the first time, and it's like, okay, like it's not that good. But this one like knocked it out of the park. When I saw the intro, I actually did get chills. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Brian,
Dan,
I have
Kind
a
of like Fear's
question.
new intro.
Hey, Brian.
wait.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, guys. First Ken, and then Epic. What do you guys want to?
I was
what's your
gonna ask. I haven't played, like, I just played Wolf Among Us since yesterday, but this is like a trend that, Telltale does, but in the Wolf Among Us, do the choices, like, actually, like, matter, kind of like in Life is Strange or, you know?
I
Troll.
I don't
I don't want to spoil it, but
know
I will
what to
say
say.
I won't spoil it, but I will say your choices do determine some characters living, some characters dying, but I'm not gonna say how.
So
Okay.
yeah, but so it's like the Walking Dead in some ways.
Okay, so now Epic.
Since yeah, Epic.
I
So we gotta
wanted
say.
to congratulate you on 80 subs.
Thank you so much, Epic. I appreciate that.
Y-
I should do a
Yeah,
video,
I'm
but I've
getting
been
close
so
to 60
busy.
myself.
I've been, yeah, I should do a video thanking you guys, but I've just been so busy with everything. I just
Yeah,
have, I
Definitely,
have,
like once you hit
Yeah.
100, that would be great to have a
yeah,
video.
definitely 100. I got to
yeah.
do that.
I
Okay,
definitely
so,
want to do an appreciation video sometime after like I wrap up Humanity, just to thank a bunch of you guys.
oh yeah, by the way, Rowdy, I mean, you saw, I checked out all of humanity. So I'll
Yeah,
try to keep up on that. Um, and
yeah.
and
We can
if you
talk
watch,
about it after if you want.
uh, well, I'll see if I have time. I don't know how long I can do the stream tonight. Because I know Dan's got to do the rewrite, and also I don't
Yeah.
know, my
Yeah, that's ready to
family.
go for everyone.
Yeah, my family also
No, but
they might want me downstairs soon. Well, I mean not
no, but
soon,
what I
soon,
mean is
but
like finish the
Brian,
episode first. Let's finish this and then we can talk about it.
yeah,
also, Brian,
yeah, Epic.
one more thing. Have you played the Life Strange games?
Oh, I was about to bring that
I
up.
I,
You
I
read my
have
mind.
I have. They're they're very cringy. The teenagers it's kind of like World Beyond in that way. Like
Life
okay,
is Strange 2 is way
No, thank
better.
you.
The second one is more cringy, but I do think the second one is a little bit more emotional.
Hey Dan,
You
you
know,
know
I don't think go ahead.
oh wait,
Hey
I think
Dan,
Who was talking?
hey Dan,
Oh, yeah, Epic.
you don't like the Life Strange games?
I tried it, but I don't know what it was. I just could not get into it, honestly.
I think it's the cringe.
It
The
is
second game is
Season
kind of.
way better. Trust me. The
Yeah.
voice acting is meh, but the story in the second game is amazing.
I
It's
Okay,
one of my
guys.
favorite games still to this day.
the first one, the characters are just like Max and Chloe are just boring.
I hate to say it, but I agree. I can't relate to Max and Chloe, but Sean and Daniel in the second game, I love them
Something
both.
traumatic actually happened to them. Max and Chloe, nothing really bad happened to them besides Chloe's dad dying, and that's not,
Yeah.
you know.
Life is Strange 1 is more relatable to young people, I'd say. Life is Strange
I
2
think-
is more like
Let's
serious,
get back
I'd
to
say.
the episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we'll
what
talk about
Epic
it
said.
after.
Okay, so after the intro, we have Big B walking to the woodlands, and we get to meet Beauty for the first time. You know, she's hiding and doing something, and this is interesting.
Speaking of beauty, I have another question. Like when I played this yesterday, I had no idea what this was gonna be. I just knew this guy was gonna be like a werewolf. But when I started to get the idea of this, it wasn't Toad, it was her. And then seeing Beast, and then I kind of like was like I knew what this was about, but like isn't I wasn't because I don't know if someone said this already, but I think she was played by the person who played Clementine. I think I don't know. She kind of sounds like it, but
Yeah, she
You know,
is.
honestly
Yeah.
though, going back on
Yeah.
what like the beauty scene or whatever when he runs into her, I kind of feel like this is why her death would have made sense. I know this is a small detail, but I'm just saying, like he literally meets up with her in the same location. I'm just like, I don't know. I think that would have been cool if they did that.
that's who I thought died when they were doing that scene at the end. Did you see Beast? I was like, because at first I was like, oh my god, I know they just killed Snow because you hadn't seen Snow in a while. But then you see Beast run up, and I'm like, okay, it's Beauty. I didn't really care about her that much, but then it wasn't Beauty.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like honestly, like I just said, like when I saw the police, I'm just like, yeah, they're gonna do it, aren't they? But I was like in denial as he was walking up and
I was mad because she's the only
Yeah.
character I actually liked, honestly.
Hey,
I was
Okay,
Brian,
guys.
kind of more so watching it, being like, man, like after this, like I'm like, man, I don't know who's gonna be my second favorite character, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
not
That's
something you
exactly.
expect, you know? Like it just seems like some kind of, simple crime drama, but then you
I'm
see all
not
this
gonna
and you can
lie.
tell.
I'm not intrigued.
Yeah,
Like
I
for
saw it coming,
episode
but I was in
2.
denial.
Yeah.
Like
Guys.
after that, I kind of feel like so I asked Brian or y'all if episode 2 is better because it's like after episode 1, I'm just not intrigued to play episode 2
I
because
find
like
it
that
gets
just
better. It gets better and better.
I'm intrigued by episode 1, to be honest. I'm
Yep.
definitely
episode 1 was really good. It's just that death, like in episode 1.
I feel like, I mean, Brian and Rowdy, they obviously can't answer this because of spoilers, but I'm just saying that I feel like this death will have like an effect even more so once we see where the story goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Just from what I can see from the preview for episode 2, at least.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah, I
guys.
forgot they do those.
Okay,
Hey,
guys.
Brian.
Yeah, Epic. We're still far from the episode.
Beauty was voiced by Melissa Hutchison, right?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, Clement. Same for TJ.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So yeah, we have the part where Beauty asked Bigby not to tell Beast that he saw her. So yeah, we have that, and then we have Bigby. Okay, so we have Bigby going to his apartment, and just
Are
evidence
we gonna like discuss all the choices we made?
What?
Like each of us made? Like, are we gonna talk about each? Like, when we get to a choice, do we all just talk? Are we gonna talk about like each, like what we chose for that choice?
We're basically gonna do what Brian did with the Telltale Walking Dead video game. Basically, like he goes over what he did, and then I guess kind of asks us what our choices were.
I was gonna say there was a
Yeah.
big choice, like right, but you kind of skipped it. But it doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure I know what everyone picked. It was like give her money or don't give her money, but I'm pretty sure everybody gave.
I already.
Brian,
Yes, Epic.
I know this is off topic, but I mean, it must have been really difficult to age climb up because they had to like redesign her model over and over.
Not really. Not really.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I cannot say.
They would have
for
to do it
certain.
anyway. Even without age, going over the games, they usually change the engine, so they'd have to redo Clementine's model anyway.
Yeah. All right. So we really got to get back to the episode, guys. I know it's fun, but we
Yeah,
really
we're
can't get off topic anymore.
yeah,
I was just
especially
about
since
to
this would
say,
be
yeah, we
longer to
definitely need to get
discuss in a
back to
Walking
it.
Dead episode, since there's different paths.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So we get to meet Colin, and yeah, I'll admit it's weird. He's not Bigby's roommate or anything. If you guys don't know, it's just that Colin feels like Bigby, kind of owes him in the past, and then he kind of like when he escapes the farm, which is this place. It's like another Fable town, but it's a little different.
Me, it's the option when I give him a smoke. That's when I'm like, okay, this game is like weird. Like that was the main thing I was saying. But then, as I go further, I'm like, okay, this is really good. But when I was at this part, I'm like, okay, this is a bit weird so far.
First, I thought it was like
Pig
food or
smoking
something.
cigarettes.
and then
Yeah,
the drink, and then the drink too. It's like, okay,
Oh,
wow,
man.
this pig is something else.
I was kind of confused playing this game because I didn't really know how I wanted to play this because it's like because in the Walking Dead games, like like Lee is a caring person. He's never really a bad guy, and yeah, in Telltale you can kind of determine how your character is. But in this game, it was like more so you want BB to be a bad guy or good guy, and that's extremely prominent in this game. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do because
I'm
BB's
just,
reputation sounds bad.
I'm just
Mhm.
saying, it's like I don't know why, but this game really uses the bait for being the bad guy. It's so easy. Like, I'm just saying because like if you guys don't know, I mean I told you I did tear the arm off at the bar.
I did it.
I
I
did.
didn't want my reputation to be bad, and there was like no reason for me to do it. He was already down.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, so we have Bigby in his apartment, and I did like this conversation between him and Colin. He mentions how, you can kind of show people how you got to change. Like, he even mentions, like, people are scared of you. I mean, look at your hands. Like, you just come to your apartment, it's like this, and it's just like,
So true, though.
yeah, that's
If
true.
people are scared of
I
you,
mean, I'd
it's
be
easy
scared
to
too if I saw Big B like that.
I think it's easier to change if you're like if you're feared, it's easy to change more than if you're like a coward. It's harder to change or change people's preference on you, I guess.
Yeah.
I can definitely see Colin being one of those characters that's very polarizing. You either hate him or you love him.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about him, honestly.
Are they
right
gonna?
now.
I don't think he's gonna be important. He might be, but I mean, what is a pig gonna do as far as the
Yeah.
story?
I mean,
Smoke
Brian,
more
Brian and
cigarettes.
Rowdy
What
have
if-
played this and
Guys,
probably
I have a
just sitting
theory.
there
I
being
think
like,
what
oh,
if
if you only
Colin
knew.
killed him? What if Colin killed him?
Yeah. Well, I wish there's more we could say, but it's for we want you to get the most enjoyment possible. I mean, Brian, are we gonna be doing more streams for this?
Yes, we are. We are going to be doing. So I'm going to try and do 2 streams a week. One a Walking Dead episode and one a Wolf Among Us episode until Dan finishes. So one Wolf Among Us stream every week. That Dan does
Cool,
an
man.
episode. So I'm going to try
And
that as best I can.
maybe after we
Hey,
finish the
Brian.
Wolf Among Us streams, we can do the Walking Dead Telltale games.
I'm
on
not
the
sure.
Hey,
stream.
Brian.
Yeah, Epic.
Will you be doing streams like this for the Wolf Among Us season 2?
Yes, I think so.
I mean, once they
it,
finally
it's
release
kind of
that thing.
yeah. It's taking
It-
forever, but I like to. I really would like to. So
Brian's
Well,
just
see,
like,
like
that's
the
another
pic-
10 years from
You
now,
guys,
Epic.
did you guys see like the picture of Bigby? He looks so like different. Like he looks the same. It's just so much better graphics.
I haven't seen
Uh,
anything yet from
Ken,
that. I don't wanna
just
spoil
don't
it.
try not to say too much with the second game.
I
Yeah.
don't even know. I only saw like a picture of what he looks like.
Yeah, it
That's
definitely
my,
looks
my
better
plan
because
is that once I play this whole first one, I'm gonna probably react to whatever kind of stuff we have for the second.
yeah.
yeah, and
Okay.
maybe
So
predictions videos. Go
okay.
ahead,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. So we've really got to get this episode out of the way. So
Yeah.
okay. So we get a mention of Snow and the fact that Bigby he hears knocking on his door and then he opens it and there is Snow, and we get her asking him to follow her and something's going on, but she can't say it because she doesn't want anyone to hear, which makes sense because it's a big deal. And we get the Wolf Among Us version of Scott. I am not joking. That guy with the orange hair, he is the Scott of this series. I'm not joking. He's in the background everywhere, but he doesn't say or do anything in the story. Like
I'm gonna say he had no lines.
no, he had a line, "Hi there." I think that was it. But
I think so far this
so good,
episode
Noah.
is more. I think this episode is more dark than Telltale season 1. Just not even like Fate's death or anything. It's just like I don't know. I just think it's a little bit more dark because in The Walking Dead, when you play, you're kind of expecting people to die, and this I
Walking
wasn't
Dead is
really
more
expecting.
emotional, I think.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely
Wolf
the
Among Us
deaths
is
are more
darker.
shocking in this.
okay,
Yeah.
This is more
So-
shocking.
okay.
Yeah, so you don't go ahead. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
All right, so we have the part where they go outside, and Bigby takes away the jacket, and then we see Fate's head, and oh boy, I was not expecting this. I mean, yeah, that's yeah, I can see why it's. I mean, like, yeah, it's just crazy when you.
It wasn't
Obviously-
as surprising as Snow's death, but it was still surprising because you're not expecting it. Number one, it's like you just saw her. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Like you just have like all these characters that like you start off the series and you're like, this is gonna be a really important character. I can just tell. And then next thing you know, their head is just laying there. It's like what?
Oh my gosh, it's like when you guys saw this, were you guys like, Alpha's alive? Like, were you guys like that?
I wasn't as like I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I think I wasn't as surprised with this because like I've never played Wolf Among Us and I think I've seen like a picture. I saw a picture of like her head somewhere, so I kind of like I didn't remember it, but then when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen.
Good thing is I didn't really know too much about this game, so I was completely surprised when I saw this. Honestly,
Is there anything that you know that you haven't seen, like that you have gotten spoiled for you?
nothing. That's the thing. I have like
Well, that's
no
good, I'm glad.
idea.
That's good. The games are the best when you go in blind, because you can never play a game for the first time again.
Yeah, I
No,
hate
yeah.
playing. For the last
My
like,
only
there's a lot of
guys?
shows and
Guys?
movies I've been watching lately, and they always get spoiled for me. And I hope this doesn't.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're getting so back to the episode. We have Bigby talking to Snow, and luckily no one managed to see anything, or like see the head. And obviously Bigby is investigating. He comes across blood on the fence, and if you guys didn't know this, you can actually. I don't think it's a spoiler because you can actually figure it out. So when there's blood on the fence, it's not that blood. Like obviously, it means that somebody, like Faith, did not die there. It means that somebody killed Faith and then brought her head from the fence.
I thought they chopped their head off with the fence, like they used the fence to cut it off. That's what I thought. And I
Yeah,
was like,
it wouldn't work like that.
it's
But
kind
yeah,
of
No.
easy to chop off someone's head.
Like
Alpha got to her.
me personally, I thought that her head was already chopped off, but like the ribbon was holding it in place, and then when you remove the ribbon, your head just falls off.
Anyway, oh yeah, like the gate, it had pikes and there was blood on it, and it's like I just noticed that recently, like when I was watching it, I'm like, or I guess playing it again, but it's like it's funny the way the gate is. There's blood on it. It just reminds me of the pikes. Like I get such alpha flashbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like
I was about to say
You just have like you
Alpha
just
got to the
expect
girls.
Alpha to come out of nowhere and be like, "Do you have something to say to me?"
and then Baby just wolfs out and pulls out her tears her
Big B
head off.
versus Alpha.
He would tear her head off in 1 second. Like it's
Yeah. And you just see Negan like he just coming in and about to finish the job. And he's like, wait, and then you just having this interaction with Bigby like, well, god damn it, you got to her first, or so he makes some really bad joke, like Negan usually does.
Hey
Yeah.
Brian,
yeah, Epic.
so you're not going to be doing streams like this for the Game of Thrones game?
No,
Oh,
Well,
no
he's
way.
probably not gonna play
I
it.
haven't
It's
even
not
played it.
worth
I'm just
it.
taking Brian's
The
word
Game
that
of
it's
Thrones.
bad.
I think the Game of Thrones thing is so underrated. Well, it's not so underrated. I understand why y'all don't like it,
Yeah,
and
guys.
I probably don't care if they don't make it sick.
Guys,
But
we really should
it's
get
not
back to
as
the
bad.
episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
We
sorry
can talk
guys. I
about
just
all this after we finish it.
definitely. All right. So
I know you don't like getting off topic. I just like coming to the streams to get to know you people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
me
too.
too.
That's fun.
it's just
And we
Um,
could do like some hangout streams, I'm sure, in the future where we just talk, but
yeah.
We definitely wouldn't have trouble getting some topics. That's for sure.
yeah. I mean,
So all right.
I won't
So
say anything.
okay. All right. So
I feel so bad for Brian.
thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. It's just man, staying on a topic. It's so hard.
We're
It
going on almost an
is.
hour and we haven't barely
Like-
made it through.
Okay, I'm
Well,
gonna say something. This is
Not even
on
halfway
topic.
through the episode.
No.
What I'm about to say, this is actually on topic with Wolf Among Us, but it's later when they're like in that library. 'Cause I think we're about near that part, like that library place with the mirror and thing. When they like look, like the Book of Fables thing. Well, I don't think it's that. It's something, but it's like something that Bigby reads, and you can see like a picture of Cinderella, and up under it says Cinderella. So
Ken, not to be an ass, but maybe we should just wait till we get to it to discuss it, so we don't get off track too much.
all right.
It's fine. Just I
Right.
want to try to get to the end of the episode as soon as possible.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that. Thanks, Rowdy. So
Yeah, we will talk about it, Ken. Don't worry.
Okay, so we have Big B. He finds the ring, and they decide they need. Okay, so Snow wants to tell Crane. I told her to wait a little bit, and okay, this part doesn't matter, but I'll just say the small part doesn't matter. But Snow does say whether or not you made the right choice or not, because whatever she does, she says that Crane obviously overreacted or blamed them. And when they go into the business office and it's just one of those things. I told Ken earlier this. I'm like, okay, it really is no one's fault. I mean, Big B did help Faith earlier, and he can't be everywhere at once. A murder happened. Like, he's the only sheriff. He can't be everywhere at once. So honestly, if anyone's fault here, it's kind of Crane's, because Big B is literally the only person in Fabletown who has the right to.
The only way I can see it being Big B's fault is if it was the woodsman. If it was the woodsman, then yes, I guess Big B, it could have been his fault because he could have stopped him. But still, like, why? That's what I said at the beginning when I joined this live stream. Why is there only one sheriff? Maybe because the town is small. I guess maybe.
Yeah,
It's
they have
fucking
budget
New York.
issues. They have budget issues.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can forgive them this time. At least it's not like AMC with that freaking CGI idea.
oh, okay. No, let's not get off topic. So
No.
oh
that
yeah,
was a
so
scare.
we literally tell Crane a murder happened, and he's just like, Snow, like, it's like, I'm gonna go get myself a massage. It's like, are you serious? This guy's just straight up Gregory. Like, seriously.
I know. I was expecting him to just be like, "Well, what happens outside of my purview is outside of my purview."
I know,
Yeah,
it's
for
just,
real.
it's so ridiculous. And we have Snow. Okay, so we get to meet Buffkin,
Who's
and
Crane supposed to be? Who's Crane supposed to be as like a fable?
he's the guy who got chased by the headless horseman in the stories.
Oh,
The guy that's
Oh.
running. I like how like they say in the picture, like you just see like him running and stuff, and then like Bigby just like he's
oh,
like, oh, somehow he's the guy that's leading us. Like what?
Yeah, it's just, it's weird. Like, who thought
kind of
it
like
would be a
it's
good
exactly
decision?
like the Gregory thing. Like Gregory was such a coward, and they just didn't really know why he was leading them.
Well, this is why I got the idea to compare him to Gregory. Since like Gregory, it's the same thing. We have no idea why this like coward is in charge.
I mean, I
Same
think
thing
Gregory
here.
was the first person at the hilltop. Maybe that's why. But this is different. It's like,
Yeah, we're
well,
going off topic again.
maybe he made Fabletown. Maybe that's why.
Nah, he was just
Yeah.
one of the first.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
all right. So, okay. So yeah, we get to meet Buffkin. She asks them to bring the books because they need to find out, the girl's name, which we find out later is Faith. We get to meet the magic mirror, and I like the part where when he makes Bigby do the whole stupid rhyme, he's like, "Yeah, I'm about 2 seconds from kicking a hole in you." It's like, yes, I want to see that. That'll be hilarious. Just like kicks it, and Snow's like, "Baby, what have I told you about destroying Fabletown property, or like assaulting the mirror?" And Baby would just be like, "It's like it's not my fault." It's like, oh man, I'm sorry, I just like this so much. And yeah, we get to okay, so okay, what else? Oh yeah, so we get to the books, and we get to see everyone in the story, or at least everyone we've met so far, and it's just kind of crazy. Like when you look at Crane, Beauty and Beast, Snow in the pictures, and then you get to see Bigby too. And it's like,
I know.
that's him.
I'm kind of sad that Red Riding Hood is like. It would have been cool to see her, but she's dead. That's what they said in the said, but that would have been cool to see her. I thought
No,
we
but
were
I
gonna
agree with
see her.
Brian. No, like you just see like everybody there, and then you just see like Bigby in the corner, like with the wolf, like being a wolf. I'm just like, oh man, that's so crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so yeah, so we find out Fate's name. They go to the magic mirror. We get Fate's story about how her mother was a queen who was dying of an illness, and and then she got her husband to when she dies to only marry the second most beautiful woman in the kingdom. And
Oh my god,
boy,
that
we
made
get to the
me
roast part.
physically ill.
Yeah, and then it turns out it was Faith. So yeah, Faith had to literally, escape her own kingdom, or her dad's, kingdom, to get away from him. I mean, just oof, what a backstory.
Understand about these type of games is like so far in the story, especially at this point, they give you two suspects, and it's like at one point it's like kind of obvious they did it, but they didn't do it, which I think is weird. Like 'cause it's like some stuff just doesn't add up. But
Man,
doesn't matter.
it's just crazy to me though that it's like you see her at the beginning of the game, and then it's just like you don't expect her to only have character development once she's actually a dead character. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little episode's named after her.
Yeah,
Faith, yeah.
you got to have faith in this game. It's like, yep, I already do. Don't worry about that, Telltale.
Yeah, it has two meanings. First time you probably thought like faith meant like have faith, right? When you first saw the title then.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did.
Well, I'm sure it has two meanings.
And this episode is extremely long. Now that I think about it,
It's like
2 hours.
2 hours at least. So
yeah, and that helps. And the fact that song gives us more of a reason why we should keep going with the episode.
definitely. Okay.
Brian's just like, this 2 hours. Like, guys, let's keep it moving.
I know. It's like talking about the episode and then playing it. It's the same amount of time. 2 hours.
I feel like Brian, like the next stream he does where we're talking about Walking Dead, he's gonna be like, man, this episode went by quick because it's only 42 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we get the part where Toad calls, and we get the choice of either going to Prince Lawrence or Toad's place. And I chose to go to Toad's place first.
Me too.
You guys did too. Okay, so we go to
I
Toad's.
think if you didn't, you could have saved Prince, but I think Toad makes more sense because he was in trouble, and the other guy He was in trouble, but I don't think he really knew he was.
Well, like I explained, like I was just like, it sounds more urgent, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to Toad's place, but I kind of regret it in the end, you know.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
More
So,
when you got there, but
oh, okay. Sorry. I just wanted to continue, if that was all right. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
of
you
Like,
go ahead,
course it's
man.
your stream.
okay, thanks. Yeah. So we go to Toad's place, and I like the part where Snow is just like mentioning how like Bigby's literally explaining the story to her as they're walking there. And did you see the giant hole in the wall? Like, oh man, just like okay, so yeah, they go inside. So yeah, like you guys saw that, right? Somebody was in that room. Bigby saw it through the window.
I didn't see when I was playing because Brian, you were watching me play. I didn't see that because I remember Big B saying he saw someone, but I didn't pick that because I'm like I didn't really see anybody, so I guess I missed it for a second.
Yeah, there
Yeah, he
was
does.
some.
He spots someone, then he goes up and he kind of looks at Snow and he's like, well, he's gone now.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, they go to Toad's place, and we have TJ crying, and uh, oh yeah, Snow. She tries to ask Bigby, before they go in, just to play nice, be nice, because yeah, that's you can actually literally. I'm not joking. You can actually not investigate and just assault Toad, like attack him, and get the answer.
You know, this is when I got really invested in this episode, though, because like, even though Toad kind of annoyed me when like he wouldn't like say what was going on, I kind of like this is when I kind of like was more involved in this game. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm just like
me
Big,
too.
I'm like, okay, can you please like tell me so I don't have to keep doing this, but I don't have to keep asking you questions.
Me too.
You know?
I was kind of scared because like I played Detroit Become Human, and the game is so stressful with the detective stuff, and I feel like it was gonna happen again with this, but it wasn't that hard.
Yeah,
To...
I mean, okay. So there's actually three things you can catch Toad on. If you guys didn't know, with the clues. So one of them is the knocked over table. It's not table. Sorry, lamp. And he says that it fell off the table, and it's so interesting because like you can tell him like, no, that lamp used to be here at this in the living room, not there. And he's like,
Now
well,
it's all the way on the other side.
yeah, and no, he's like, it used to be here because there's no room in the electrical outlets, like and there's a room on this side with an electrical outlet, and there's also the fireplace where he says he cut his hand, but then
Yeah.
he mentions when there's blood, he's like, oh, I cut my foot, and he's like, wait a minute, you said you cut your hand. So that's the second lie you can catch him on. And the third one,
Something I don't get about like Toad lying. I get he didn't want to lie because he didn't want his son to die, and that's very understandable. That's something we probably all do. But if you called him and told him you're in trouble, and then Big B can hear stuff commotion in the background, then when he gets there, everything is okay. Like you should know that you've been caught. Like so, you should know that Big B knows something's wrong. So there's no point of lying. That's what
yeah,
like
I
made
mean,
me frustrated.
can we just like take a second to appreciate how adorable TJ is?
Yes, and if he dies, I'm not playing the game anymore.
I
he's
mean,
all
plus
right.
he's
I mean,
voiced by Clem.
that's true, but Clementine will always be Clementine and AJ are always going to be the more or the most adorable from Telltale.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'll talk more about this later, but AJ is freaking resilient for his age. I'll just say that.
Oh, he is.
He's
Yeah,
like six
Definitely.
or five.
oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Chosen says, "Can't you fail with the investigation?" I think you can, Chosen. So I'm reading off the chat.
Unless you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's like I think you can fail it, but still, Toad will have the blood in his hand. I think Snow will notice it, and he'll come clean, kind of thing. So, but I've never done it before. I've never failed him. And, oh yeah, so the third lie you can catch him on, and this is funny. Bigby mentions how the lock is busted. The wood, it's broken, and he mentions
That's the
how
one I caught him on.
yeah, and Toad says, "Oh, it's rotted." And then when Bigby finds the claw marks at the window, he says that he had to climb in last night because it was locked. And then, Bigby's like, "Well, wait a minute. Okay, why did you climb into the window if your lock doesn't work in the front? Like, you wouldn't have needed to climb into the window. Like, it's just
That was hilarious.
yeah, it was." And okay, so yeah, we have Snow coming in, and yeah, Toad confesses how he mentions how it was the Tweedles. I think we can call him that. Oh boy, I'm not gonna say anything with those two guys, but like, What should I call them? The two morons, I guess. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
I
do
mean,
not
yeah,
like
no,
them.
yeah, but yeah, it's the morons, the Tweedle morons.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything, but I
Is that
don't like them
Dumpty?
in this first thing.
Is that the? Are they based off like Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, or are they their own thing?
I'm not
I
sure,
don't
honestly.
know.
I'm
So I
not
know
big
all
on
the
fables.
characters in this are based off fairy tales, you know?
Uh, I can't wait for the second one because I know there's going to be a lot more, most likely.
I mean, you can go play it right after the stream.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll probably
episode
do
two,
it.
yeah.
If you wanted to, you could just play through the whole game. Like, no one's stopping you. I know Dan wants to play at a slower pace, but
Yeah, definitely.
The reason I didn't play
I want to
episode
play it
2
at like
yesterday.
one episode a week, just because I have a pretty busy schedule. That's the only
The
reason
reason
why.
why I
yeah.
didn't play episode 2 yesterday is because episode 1 was already like 2 hours, and I was extremely tired. It was like 11.
Yeah,
So I just like
I played the first hour and then I played the other hour the next day. Honestly, I just kind of like I couldn't for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I
so
miss the days when Telltale had long episodes.
yeah,
Yeah.
they stopped that with season 3 and Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, they did
Yo,
like
Christ.
1.5 hour episodes. That's for
I
like
didn't mind because Wolf Among
No
Us.
joke. Season 3 episode 2, I think it was not even, it was like literally like 45 minutes.
I think the only reason they did that is because they gave you 2 free episodes, and it was too long to
Yeah.
be both. But
Yeah,
Too
still.
long. Oh my god, I call bull crap.
okay.
That's what they said.
Bull
Oh.
crap.
All right, guys.
All right, guys, let's get back to the episode.
All right,
Yeah.
so Toad, after he tells them, he gives them the donkey skin coat, and we get the letter that they find. And okay, so now they're going to Prince Lawrence's, and he is bleeding like crazy, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like he actually straight up dies, and I mean,
Could
just
have
like
saved him, but
He
most
says
people didn't
face
save
too
him.
in his last words.
I know, and it's like, wait a minute. Like, I remember first watching that. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, does that mean
It's like,
Fate's
don't die
alive?
yet.
It's like, I'm like, wait a minute. Does that mean Fate's alive? Because I'm like, no, we saw her dead. So like, why does he say Fate? And like, I mean, yeah, you'll find out later why he says that. But still, it's just like, first time seeing that, I'm like, ah, dang, we didn't really get anything from him.
I know.
Like more questions, just more questions.
You probably he
No
could have
answer.
survived if you didn't go, but his character is extremely interesting, even though he died. That's a trend here. Most of the characters get interesting when they die, but I just don't like. Because I know he's probably not the killer, but it's like the stuff that happens as far as him, like why did she apologize to him, and why? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well,
I
they
mean,
were
we're not
together.
supposed to care about him. I just think it's it's a story piece that will make more sense later, as Brian is saying.
Yeah. Also, if you guys didn't know, I believe that guy, Prince Lawrence, he's the voice actor for the Lee's arch nemesis in season 1,
never
the
mind.
guy who kidnaps Clem. I
The
believe.
stranger?
Yes, the stranger. I believe it's
I
the
didn't
same
know that
voice.
either.
Someone I don't know which character it was, but one of the characters I remember they sounded exactly like Carlos, but I don't know if it was him or someone else, but I do remember.
Carlos.
It might have
The
been
Mexican
Beats,
guy?
and it might have been Beats, but I know Beats was voiced by Kenny. Maybe I was just confused. I don't know which
Carlos
one,
is the
but
Mexican guy, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
the
that gets
fake
shot.
doctor. The fake doctor.
He's
The fake
definitely a fake
doctor.
doctor.
But I liked him.
Yeah.
All right. So Bigby and Snow are looking around. They find out some clues that Fate was with Prince Lawrence, and they kind of had I guess falling out. It just didn't, there were problems. And we have Tweedledee running out. He was in the closet, and he
That
just runs.
scared me.
Yeah.
Man, this chase scene had me on edge, though. Honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Since you already played it, like Brian, do you think he was telling the truth about like the prince just shot himself, or do you think he killed him?
I mean, okay, so Prince Lawrence, it was pretty clear he was depressed, so it would make sense. But I will say, when Bigby, if you take the gun, Bigby mentions how it wasn't fired in a week, so either Prince Lawrence, something there is not clear. I guess I can say. I'll just say that.
Can you
But
even actually tell that? Well, with a gun? Tell like when it's last been fired or
yeah,
He
I
did
think
say
so.
that.
Bigby does say that. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Bigby's
yeah.
good at figuring that stuff out. So
He
yeah,
is a
we have
detective or sheriff or whatever.
yeah. Oh, God bless you. You sneezed, right? Okay. Um,
Mhm. Sneezing
so
sucks.
yeah. So we have the part where D and Bigby are talking, and you know how he, I guess like D is like trying to. Oh, hold on. Wait one second, guys. I'll be right back. If that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
yeah. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back.
What's up, man?
Perfect.
Um. So okay. So crazy thing. My family has yeah, they have food downstairs. So um, I was wondering, is there a chance we can I don't know how, but is there a chance we can wrap up this episode in 5-10 minutes? Do you guys think we can
Oh,
pull
no
it off?
problem, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it should work. Okay, so yeah, we have the part where D answers some of Bigby's questions, but not who his employer is. Then we have Bigby getting knocked out, and then Snow mentions how they don't have leads now, and then Bigby says that they should go to the Trip Trap because that's where D was looking for the woodsman. That he mentioned that, so they're going to the Trip Trap, and I did like the scene between Bigby and Snow, how it kind of helps establish their connection, or I guess some relatability between them, because like yeah, Snow is like the assistant, she's the secretary, and with the whole politics thing, and Bigby's the one who's out there, and they
It's a
both
good scene to make you feel for the characters.
yeah, definitely, and like they both kind of wish they can do more. Like that's the thing about their personalities. They do obviously they have different skills for helping Fabletown, but they both want to do the right thing by the town. It's just that they do it in different ways, I guess. But anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, I did like that. And okay, so we have Bigby going to the Trip Trap. He's tells Snow to be careful, and yeah, that's the last time we see Snow. All right,
Ah,
so
man, who would have known though?
I know we're gonna get answers in episode 2. I mean,
I think
You know,
episode. I
I'll
think
say
it's
one thing about
obvious
this
that
scene though is that I kind of like when I was seeing this when he was saying goodbye to her. It's like at first you're like you don't think anything of it. You're like, oh, okay, he's about to go deal with this. But it's like, man, looking back on that scene now, I'm like, oh man, I should have seen it. Like I should have known.
definitely.
I know these two people are most likely not going to be the killers, but it's kind of obvious now that D and the woodsman aren't killers because they were kind of at the place when she got killed or
Yeah, I
presumably
agree.
got killed.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
should stay
so
on track with the episode since we don't have a lot of time left.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I do
It's
want to go.
fine.
I do want
It
to go eat
happens,
something.
Brian.
Yeah, I do want to eat something, and there's food, so I really should wrap this up. So yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
No
Because I am
problem.
because I
Yeah.
am kind of hungry. So yeah, we have Bigby going to the Trip Trap, and man, just everyone is just so like like they're just so there's so much animosity between the people of Fabletown and Bigby, and this is what's interesting. Bigby does want to help the Fables, but they give him such attitude that it's like, they make it so difficult,
You shouldn't talk to him like that.
Yeah,
I
Bigby's
mean,
not.
you can't really blame them though.
I kind of do, to be honest. I want to know why they're so down on him.
Because though he did a lot of bad stuff. I mean, his actual fable in real life has a very bad reputation, and he does in the game also.
Yeah, I mean that's
And
true, but that's
maybe
still
the
kind of like
glamour law.
judgment. Oh wait, what?
Like the law with the glamour, how they have to have their glamour in order to get sent to the farm.
That's true. Bigby does enforce that, but to be fair, it is a rule that it makes sense. You got to look human because there's humans everywhere. I mean, it does kind of make
Yeah.
sense. So yeah. Okay, so we get the part where okay, what else? Bigby's looking around. Oh my gosh. So Holly is like, I don't know who the woodsman is, and it's like there's literally a picture of him on top of the bar, and there's a drinks, his drink's still there. And when I was moving, I'm like, why didn't you dump it? And oh, you know what's funny? You can go to the pool table, and you can see like W, D, or M or something like that, and then like G and then H, and those are initials, And Bigby's like, it's like, hey, are you guys not playing anymore? And they're like, no. And then like when you play against Bigby, you can literally cross out their names and their scores on the pool table, like, or for the pool table, just like in the like I don't know. It was kind of funny if you didn't know that. Like I guess they were like playing a little bit before Bigby got there, and like you could just erase the scores. That's kind of funny because like, well, it's like, well, it's just you two. You guys said you're not playing, or I don't know. It's just okay. So yeah, Bigby's sitting down, and we get the woodsman coming out of the bathroom, and like Dan mentioned in his review, we get the awesome joke where Bigby's like,
Love it.
yeah, he's like, did you go number 1 or 2? If it was 1, you're probably crapping your pants right now. Like, because like seeing him, like, oh boy,
This is how this is Walking Dead needs to take notes. That Negan and Gabriel scene when he says it's like, it doesn't work that well. This was perfect.
It was definitely. And so when the woodsman is talking, I kind of believed him in some way because like I see him. He's a drunk. He is at times violent, but doing something like that, murdering Faith, putting her head there, I didn't really see it. I just, for what we saw of him in episode 1, I didn't think he was the killer. But something
I kind of regret it because at the end I ended up going after him, and I kind of regretted that because it was only 30%. It's not that bad, but I kind of regret because it's like even before that happened, I'm like I was trusting him, but I think the only reason why I went after him is because like I don't know, he's like I don't know, it's just everything leads up to him doing it, but I don't think either of them did it.
Yeah. Okay, so then we get the fight with Gren. Gren is antagonizing Bigby, and he calls Snow. I'm not gonna say it, but you guys know what he calls Snow. And I hit him straight up. Like, you do not call Snow that. And okay, so we get the fight, and obviously, Bigby he's losing, obviously, because like he's outmatched by Gren. And then we get the part where you hear the claws, and then you see Bigby's claws, and it's just like, oh man, it's just. And the way, like, it's just crazy, like, how much stronger Bigby is when he's, like, a little wolfed out. Like, it's just crazy. Like, because he literally destroys Gren. And, even the woodsman is like, okay, he's had enough. And we get the big choice. And, yeah, you guys know I chose to tear the arm off. And I'm just like, wow. Like, I cannot believe they actually let you do that. Like, no, they were not.
Is it, like, really gory?
It kind of is. It kind of is, yeah. Even like,
dude, what did the rest of y'all do?
I don't think Dan didn't do it.
I didn't, but I kind of regret not doing it. But I did take a look at the alternate version. I'm like, oh man, this would have been a good first choice, honestly.
Didn't do it either.
Yeah, I mean, you could I guess retcon it if you want, Dan. I mean, it's honestly your choice because you still haven't played episode 2 yet, so you could see how it works if you want. Honestly, not really sure. Oh wait, Chosen asks, what fairy tale is Gren from? Beowulf, I believe. Okay, so yeah. Oh, we have a D coming in, and I love the part where he's all confident because like he wants to get information about Faith, and he was gonna like the way he says that line. Oh, I'll give $100 to whoever tells me about Faith, and like just the way he stops, and especially when Gren lost his arm in my version.
That's the reason why I didn't think he was the killer because I'm like, why would he say that if he killed her?
Yeah, and then like the fact when when the D's just like in shock and Bigby just like slowly turns around, it's just like, oh man, it's like
I wish I didn't go here.
Yeah, and that's why. Okay, so yeah, if you guys don't know, I went after D because I knew I believe the woodsman wasn't the killer, but there was but I knew that even though D, I didn't think he was the killer. I knew he was hiding something, and I wanted to find out what that was. Whatever he knew, that's what I wanted to know. So I arrest D. The woodsman gets away, and then we have the part where Bigby sees the police sirens, and wait, I'm getting an incoming call.
Yeah, I'm getting it to Epic. It's Epic. I'm just gonna decline.
Damn,
I
just tell
can't.
him to
Yeah, we
join.
can't do it right now.
Epic,
Just
yeah.
tell
If
him
you
to
want to
join
join
us.
the stream again, you can
Yeah,
join on
yeah.
here.
Yeah, Epic.
Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Epic, but
Oh,
we're
I
about
don't
to end the
think is he
stream
even
soon.
in it?
Okay, I guess we're just gonna wait for it to end. I guess.
I
Okay.
just declined it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just decline.
Okay. All right. So really quick, when we wrap it up, Big B sees. Oh boy, the head and the. I was shocked when I saw this. I know we all were,
I
and
was
just
mad. Like,
I know.
like I said earlier, I kind of thought it was beef. Like it was. I feel like it was a little bit. It was more obvious that it was gonna be Beauty than
Well,
Snow, but then it was.
Okay.
I just kind of thought that like this was going to be a scene that I was just when he was walking up, I'm like, they don't have the guts to do this, do they? And this is like what proved to me that this game is worth playing for me, honestly. Because I'm like, okay, they've got some guts, they do.
Now that I think about
Wait.
it, in every Telltale game, they've always like done something. Like in Game of Thrones, they killed off Ethan, and like which was extremely surprising. Even if y'all don't like it, that was crazy.
You shouldn't
And like,
spoil it for just in case Dan wants to play it.
All right, hey guys. I just want to really. I just really want to finish the stream in the next few minutes because, yeah, I really have to go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No
we
problem.
get.
I mean,
you can even end it right now. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to hang back down and talk a little bit, but
No, I can. I got a few things to do as well before the rewrite.
Okay. So.
okay.
Oh man, so how are you guys gonna play episode 2? Because I remember playing this, and we get the little teaser for episode 2. We see Bigby like, doing some things. We have the part where Toad is like, "Oh, Bigby, oh my goodness, is that you?" Like, it's just it's crazy. So how are you guys gonna play
I'm
episode
not.
2?
I should. This is my one question. Do y'all think I should like go back and choose like D, or does it not really matter? Because I kind of regret it, and I don't like going back and changing my choices.
I mean, you
Just
can
feel
do
like
it.
what
You can do it if you want.
It's your game. It's your playthrough, but it's also fun just to stick with your choices, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
who knows? Maybe you'll prefer the outcome of what you did.
that's true. So I remember playing this, and I remember playing this, and after I saw Snow's head, I'm just like, oh, that's it. In episode 2, I am going full wolf or something. Like, I'm like, no more holding back.
Clear
Like,
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
This is
too.
gonna be clear. Like,
If I
Bigby's
get the
clear
chance
mode.
to hurt somebody, I'm hurting them.
Yeah, Bigby goes
Tried to
clear
be
mode.
nice in the first episode, but I'm done.
Yeah, Bigby
Man,
goes clear mode.
Bigby needs clear mode Morgan as his backup.
Oh yeah,
He just
definitely.
need, yeah. No, I'd rather him have Fear Season 6 Morgan, just have his, axe stick and just, who knows?
Definitely.
Bigby just shows up in law and Bigby kills Virginia.
Yes. All right, guys. So I really have to end it here. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah,
but
it's a shame. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm not sure when. Okay, so obviously, next stream will probably be Tuesday. Not for the Wolf Among Us. It'll be Judge, Jury, Executioner.
18 miles out.
I thought it was.
Well,
Yeah.
which one call it? Which one call it? Said in the other stream he wanted to do 18 miles out in the Grove, but Judge, Jury, Execution. I'd rather do that because I haven't watched that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
way
plus
better
18
episode.
Miles Out has
I'm
like
probably gonna
one of my
rewatch.
least favorite characters. So
Definitely. So the next Wolf stream, it'll probably be sometime next week, or I guess this week on Friday or Saturday.
Like, I was gonna say we could even do it on Sunday too, because there won't be a rewrite next week, so we could if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll think about that then. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know beforehand, obviously. But yeah, the next stream will be Walking Dead 1, and then Wolf Among Us episode 2.
Perfect, man.
Sounds good. I mean, thanks for hosting the stream, Brian, and don't worry about it getting cut short. We still had fun. And
Thank you very much, man.
Absolutely.
We went off track a lot, but it could be worse, I'd say.
Yeah, it definitely could. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but I do have to end it here. But I appreciate it. I'll see you guys for Dan's rewrite tonight.
Absolutely,
yeah, perfect.
man.
I'm super excited. Are we doing the watch party or?
I'm not
sure
really
yet.
sure.
I'll keep you posted.
All right, guys.
What?
So guys,